Hey guys, Sue's from Smarting Coaching. How are you today? I hope that you're doing well. I just wanted to make a little video today about answering the call and staying true to your lane. So in this world that we live in at the moment, everybody seems to think that we have every right to be everything that we want to be. And that's true to a point. But we've got so many people who are unhappy, unfulfilled, feeling stagnant, feeling bored, feeling any number of things. And I think that the reason is because A, they're not answering their call, and B, they are really firmly in somebody else's lane just to prove that they can be in somebody else's lane. Let me explain. So you will get a calling, you will get a passion, you will get something within your life. And it quite often starts when you're a kid with the things that you love and the things that you are good at, the things that you do, the things that bring you joy. But it doesn't always just have to be from when you're a kid, but the general things that you're interested in. And then you'll go through life. And then as you go through life, especially as you get to further and further into school, further and further into society, you may just sort of fall into a lane that is expected of you, that is a family expectation, that is a family theme that all people in this are teachers in this, people going to be teachers or the doctors or the, police force and all that sort of thing, because that's what you're brought up around, right? And so many things like that, or a trade, or the mining industry, or a particular industry, or a hairdresser, or any number of things, right? And quite often because that's what you've been around, that's your norm and that's what you do. And then you can get into that and you can do all the training and do all the stuff, but it really isn't hitting the spot for you. And it really isn't bringing you fulfillment or that great satisfaction that you thought it would. And so you feel like, well, I can't waste all that time that I've spent doing all the training for whatever it is that you've done. And you may stick in it for like years and years and years and years till you get to a point where you're like, what is the point? What is happening? And I believe that we reach that because, like I said, we firmly plant ourselves in a lane where our calling is not there. It is someone else's calling, someone else's idea, or our idea of, I want to make big money, have big success, have clout, be looked up to in society, whatever it happens to be. Okay, so many people get the call. A lot of people get that little inkling inside of them about what it is that they really, really, really want to do. Artists, musicians, writers, all sorts of things. And then we're brought up in this society, especially, I was born in 1970, especially in my era of those things don't pay the bills. So you've got to get yourself an education and a real job first, and then you can do that in your spare time as like a hobby or whatever. But these days things have changed, I believe. So many things now are basing themselves on the creativity side of things. You've got YouTube channels, you've got writers, you've got poets, you've got musicians, all sorts of people that are out on different platforms now that can show their stuff and create and do things and get a beautiful career going from that side of things, right? But still the shame and stuff is sort of there around making that your thing for life, but it can be done. But again, we've got spaces and places where people see somebody go in, get famous, get money, get success, get notoriety, and then suddenly people want to plant themselves in that lane when perhaps that isn't their thing either, but they want the success that somebody else has had. And they may get in there and they may have quite a bit of success, but again, it comes down to that feeling of it's really not your lane that you're in, so you're probably not going to feel the satisfaction. We all get a call in life and it's different for everybody. And I believe in the world, if we all were able to learn to listen to our calling, what we're passionate about, what comes naturally to us, and follow that along in some way, shape or form in our life, that way we'll grow more into that. And then everything in the world would be met. Every need in the world would be met. Everybody would be firmly in their lane. And I believe there is someone for everything. And we all make the world go round. It's not just the big names, the CEOs, the big artists, the big things, The biggest of artists needs to have the creative team behind them to help them be successful. They need to have the people who know how to handle money to help them to be successful. They need to have the fans listening to, buying, their product in order for them to keep doing what they're doing and to be successful and for it to turn around. Do you know what I'm saying? So I always say I'm not very arty. I'm not good at making things with my hands. But I always say to people, but that's not my thing. I'm the buyer. You know, I'm the person that's going to come to the market and buy your things. That's my job in your, you know, in your little wheel of your purpose and calling, right? So does any of that make sense? I really, really hope it does. I just believe we all get a call. We all come with a calling. We all come with something. It's like when I used to clean years ago at a school and someone said to me, oh, you know, like you're a cleaner, and screwed their nose up. And like I said to them, that's cool. I was happy to do that, to be fair. I really enjoyed being a cleaner. I enjoyed everything that I did about it. But I said to them, that's cool. But if all the cleaners don't come to school for 2 weeks, pretty soon that school's not going to run when there's overflowing bins and there's filthy toilets and the floors are dirty and no one has a clean cup to, do you know what I mean? The floors aren't vacuumed, all of that sort of thing. Everybody has a step in the wheel to make it go around. It's not a top-heavy thing. So everybody in the world, if you could just, for you, how can you find your thing? Work out what you love. Work out what lights you up. Work out what you could do for hours and hours and hours. And it seems like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Or you wake up the next day and you know that you've got that in your day and you feel so excited even to get your mundane stuff out of the way so that you can go to that thing and do whatever it is. Now, you may not be able to make it a living as such, but if you are living that in your life somewhere as a hobby, as something that you do, that's going to light you up and spark you up so that you're going to have more life and more life force energy in you to put into the other things that you have to do in life. And when you've got joy in your life and things that you love, you will find that even those mundane things take a whole shine on them that you never thought was possible. It's something that I'm living right now. If anybody looked at my life right now, it's so basic. I have a pretty basic job, you know. I go to a shop and I serve people with a smile and give them the best service that I can give. And then I go home. Like but I love it. Why do I love it? I love people. I love to share stuff. I like to, interact with people. That's my passion. That's my thing. It doesn't matter where I'm doing it. I like to do it. And then I'm doing other things in my life too because I only work part-time. I'm doing other things in my life that light me up as well. Like I write and I make YouTube videos and I'm doing all sorts of new business things that are making me really, really excited and are stepping me way outside my comfort zone. I'm giving all those a go. So that makes me feel really happy to get up in the morning and really happy to do everything. And that infuses into everything that I do. Like I said in one of my other videos, I've moved somewhere now that doesn't have a dishwasher. Washing up used to be the bane of my existence. Back in the day, I would always have dishes everywhere. It was always a mess. It was the thing that I hated. It was the thing that I would much rather go and iron my clothes than wash up. I don't know. Now I love washing up. Why? I don't know. It's just simple now. I have a beautiful window to look out. There are butterflies and birds and trees and flowers and it's pretty. And I just love washing up. I think it's because I'm sparking joy into my life by doing things that are in my lane, that I'm staying firmly within my passions and firmly within things for the most part of my life. I truly believe that's what it is. And I'd love for other people to feel that too, because I've had plenty of years where it just felt like drudgery. And I would wake up in the morning and count the hours until I could go back to bed. I had many years like that were hard, where I cried more days of the week that I didn't cry. And I didn't understand what was happening. And I was feeling like a failure. And I thought I was doing the mum thing wrong and the wife thing wrong and the work thing wrong. And I felt all kinds of ways about stuff and about myself, but it was because I wasn't doing anything or allowing myself to do anything within my lane and my passions. I was doing what everybody else, this is how you mum, and this is how you this, and this is how you that. And I was doing it all through someone else's story and through somebody else's lane, which didn't suit me and didn't suit my way and wasn't me. So I just, to feel like this now, I didn't think I could feel like this in my life, and I really, really want to share it with other people. So I really, really, really believe that if you can stick within your lane, within your passions and find out what that is, you won't know what that is sometimes until you try things. and you work out what it is. And like I said, you can't always make that your job or pay for you or your career. But sometimes doing that little thing somewhere in your life, it may turn into a career, it may not. But it will spark everything within you that'll give you, like I said, that life force and that spark within everything else in your life. And suddenly that mundane job, you're going to go and you're going to love it because you're feeling so good, because you are putting things back into yourself and filling your cup by doing things that are within your passion, within your lane, and answering the call that you were given when you first came upon this earth. Okay, I hope you find this really, really helpful. I'm off to wash up. How ironic is that? With a big smile on my face as I look outside and watch the butterflies and the trees and the birds, and at the end of the day look at my clean kitchen and know that's done and I can get on with my other businessy stuff. That's also going to spark some joy within me. Once again, I'm Suze from Smarting Coaching. Thank you for spending time with me, and I hope to see you again soon in the next video. Take care and have a beautiful day.